Today I'm going to be attempting to make a Dakota fire pit. I was watching Hazen Aldell's Primal Survivor World War II, and I saw him make a Dakota fire pit to demonstrate how you can have a fire when you don't want anyone to see you or to be found. Yeah, so I gathered up some small sticks because apparently you want to burn small fuel so you have less smoke to make it hidden. And I got some dry grass. It just rained the last few days, so that's about as dry stuff as I could find. I found some dead sticks that were still up in the tree to find as dry of fuel as possible. For the fire pit, I'm going to be, as far as I understand it, you dig a hole about a foot in diameter and a second smaller hole about a foot away, a bit smaller, to get an updraft to feed that fire. So you basically have fire down in the ground and it's fed by the air that's going to be coming along from the river here. So without further ado, I'm going to dig out the hole and update you from there. So I use my handy dandy foldable shovel to dig me a hole. Blocking the light here, don't want the shadow as much. Yeah, so I don't know if it's gonna be big enough or if it's a little too small, but I'll try that out. I'm gonna dig the other hole a little bit this way because the wind's coming a little bit from this way, about here, to give that updraft, and we'll give it a try. It's pretty wet in there, so this might be not the most ideal spot for the hole in the wet sand after the rain, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm done the hole for now. I dug a smaller hole in the direction of where the wind's coming from. I just dug it by hand because there were some roots in there that made it a little difficult. That tunnel is under and connects to this hole. I'm gonna see if I dug it deep enough. I'm not sure. I don't think it's gonna be too much rocket science, but I cheated. I brought a lighter. I'm just gonna start up that grass, get a little kindling going, and see if it works. While I was putting the grass and the kindling in there, the wind changed direction, so I hope it still works out well enough. Let's see here. That is definitely an updraft. Look at that, you can definitely tell that it's being fed by air. I don't have to blow on it or do nothing. And it's catching on fire there. The grass is going up real fast, so I hope it starts up the wood. Otherwise it's gonna be a fail. There's the smoke we wanted to avoid. It is also quite wet in there, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, the grass burnt real quick, so I'm gonna try it out. Here's some of this moss. So it's starting to work a little bit. Oh, maybe it's dying off. Let's see where it goes. Okay, you can see that it's starting to really burn there. It's fed by good air. There's like no smoke. I mean, you can see, maybe it's not a huge fire, but if you come back here, I'm only a few feet away. You have no idea. Other than a little bit of flames, you can see that there's any sort of fire there. No smoke. I mean, there's a little bit when you get going, but no smoke. So the key is apparently to keep the fire really small, so that you don't waste any fuels, because when there have a lot of extra wood in there that's just kind of getting burnt, when it doesn't get hot enough, that's what goes up in smoke. So keep the fire really small. Just keep feeding it small twigs like that. It gives up a lot of heat, especially coming out of that hole there, even though it's a small fire. As you can see, it's not rocket science. I mean, I've never tried it before. All you gotta do is dig 2 holes, one bigger one, a little ways over, but I don't know, a foot. I think that's even less than a foot for me. Dig another small hole in the direction of the wind so that there's an updraft, and you'll get yourself a little Dakota fire hole.